to point the finger at somebody. I mean, I think that it's just that when I talk about the numbers that I'm doing, I'm really doing. It's not like, you know how the young kids say now, capping, or we used to say fronting, so ain't no future in your fronting, but whatever I talk about is what I've done.
Pace up, let's go.
No one expected this twist in the Floyd Mayweather saga. After days of silence following his shocking arrest in connection to the $402 million Manhattan apartment scandal, Mayweather just pulled the ultimate PR maneuver. He escaped the law, and he escaped in the only way Floyd knows how, through influence, denial, and a public flex that's as loud as it is calculated. Let's get into it.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City.
So first, quick recap. Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated boxing icon and self-proclaimed billionaire, got tangled in a real estate mess that's now spiraled into a federal investigation. We're talking about more than 60 apartment complexes across Manhattan, properties linked to shell companies, financial irregularities, and allegations of money laundering, tax evasion, and wire fraud.
According to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Phelps does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
And while the feds came in heavy arresting Mayweather last week under suspicion of financial crimes, what happened after is where it gets wild.
Next status check will be November 15th at 1:30.
Because just as people started imagining Floyd in an orange jumpsuit, sitting in a holding cell with no Wi-Fi, he was already back on social media, flashing designer fits, showing off his $18 million watch, and casually walking through a luxury hotel lobby in Dubai. The narrative? I did nothing wrong.
Now I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check him out.
Despite reports of detainment, legal sources now say Mayweather's team pulled strings behind closed doors to negotiate a temporary release due to insufficient evidence and non-violent charges. That's fancy lawyer talk for. Floyd got out before he had to face the music.
I think we're going to have very good luck. I think hopefully next week, after Floyd Mayweather wins again, I think he's going to come right into the rescue.
Lawyers in the world, and you know I do get my lawyer's gift. I bet you guys know. Yeah, you know that's my lawyer. Let that know my son.
It's not that he escaped, like in a Netflix prison break doc, but when you're in cuffs 1 minute and sipping imported water in a Bugatti the next, it feels like one.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Not long after news broke of his release, Mayweather gave a quote that instantly went viral. They see money, they see Mayweather. Of course they're gonna try to bring me down. But I built this from the ground up. I never scammed nobody. I just out-hustled everybody. Classic Floyd. He's painting himself not as a scammer, but as the scapegoat. And honestly, he's kinda done this before. Every time people doubt him, whether it's over taxes, unpaid fights, or public scandals, he leans into the narrative that he's being targeted for his success.
If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion, you know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I'm gonna always tell Tank, do what the fuck you wanna do.
It's the Mayweather playbook. Confuse the public, shift the focus, and spin the scandal into a brand-building moment.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
But that statement hits a little different when you remember the Logan Paul situation.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, you know, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure.
Back in 2021, Logan Paul and Mayweather squared up in an exhibition bout that made headlines across the globe. But fast forward months later, and Logan publicly accused Floyd of stiffing him out of millions in revenue.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd paid me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money. That's about $1,100. So is that your only loss was Floyd?
No, I didn't lose. It was an exhibition, so there's no loser.
There's no loser in exhibition?
No.
So you both are winners? It's like a tie. That's
I
not a
don't
good
know.
feeling. It's like tongue kissing your sister or something. It's not a great feeling.
Despite ticket sales, PPV buys, and marketing that should have secured both men generational bags, Paul said Mayweather ghosted him when it came time to collect.
Floyd Mayweather, you punch-drunk idiot. Read my lips. Oh, wait, you can't. Where's my money, bitch? Floyd never paid me for our fight. Who am I, the IRS? You can't dodge taxes like you do punches, dummy. Floyd, how can you call yourself the GOAT?
And Floyd's response? At the time, it was almost laughable. He basically said Logan should wait, adding, "This is what happens in business."
Floyd, you motherfucker.
Floyd Mayweather has been pretty quiet on this topic. He doesn't really do much interviews, but he just did a podcast. It was about an hour long. He got super deep. He talks about life, talks about his kids, and the Logan Paul subject was brought up. And this is what Floyd Mayweather had to say. Check it out.
You know, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check. The money is not coming.
Now fast forward to this $402 million scandal, and Logan's warning is looking real prophetic. Because if Mayweather has a history of not paying exhibition fighters, not paying taxes, and allegedly shuffling money through sketchy businesses, how long before the world realizes that maybe Money Mayweather was never as liquid as he claimed?
Muhammad Ali had to fight George Foreman. I remember George Foreman knocking Joe Frazier up the backside of his head, knocking him down about 6-7 different times before the fight was stopped. Howard Cosell, the late great Howard Cosell, screaming, "It is over! It is over! It is over!" I remember that.
And Logan ain't the only one. Several lesser-known fighters, trainers, and even promoters have quietly voiced similar frustrations. Some say Mayweather Promotions has a rep for being flashy but stingy behind closed doors.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
Unpaid bonuses, under-the-table deals that never showed up, and vague appearance fees that mysteriously disappeared.
But I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess
It's about
what?
to drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
There's more
we're not
scamming
done
to be
yet,
done.
and it's not over.
My God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my
from
God.
me.
That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he fucking didn't.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
Things got even messier when sports media legends Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe weighed in. On their platforms, both analysts didn't hold back. They didn't officially call for Mayweather's arrest, but the vibe? Oh, it was heated.
Me, Skip, I think Floyd just looked. Floyd, you done made enough money.
Things didn't go right. Took a loss. I took a heavy loss, actually. But nothing can hold me back.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money?
Shannon said the whole scandal is bigger than boxing and called the situation embarrassing for the sport. Shannon argued that Floyd's entire post-boxing career has been one long con. Meanwhile, Stephen A. questioned how Mayweather could owe people money, dodge taxes, and still walk around acting like a mogul. They basically said what everyone else is thinking. If Floyd really had hundreds of millions, why lie? Why not pay Logan Paul? Why all the sketchy deals?
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
How did you get the nickname Money? Did you name yourself Money, or was somebody else?
They just started calling me it.
They just started calling it. You always have a lot of money with you.
A little bit.
Yeah, I have a picture of, this is from Instagram. You're on what looks like a private plane, just with a whole...
No, my private plane.
Your private plane, sorry.
Let's be real. Floyd's whole post-retirement hustle with these exhibition fights has been straight up embarrassing.
Okay, Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharpe's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.
Like, how do you go from being the best ever to fighting random influencers, YouTubers, and retired MMA guys who can't throw a jab to save their life? It's giving desperation. And yeah, he tried to spin it as easy money, but looking back, it just screams financial panic. Whether it was Logan Paul, Deji, or that bizarre match with John Gotti III, it's clear Floyd was scrambling for paydays. Instead of leaving the sport on a high note, he turned the ring into a circus just to keep up appearances. And now, with this $402 million scandal in the air, it all kinda makes sense. He wasn't stacking cash, he was chasing it.
to him.
Are you holding other fighters accountable, like Floyd, for example? I mean, Floyd doesn't even know his opponent's name, so are you holding him accountable to that? Floyd should still be fighting people that, you know, he at least people that know that his opponent's name and stuff. Are you saying the same thing?
Hold on. A couple things. Number one, last time I checked, Floyd retired. These are exhibitions that he had. I don't even count these. Floyd will tell you that himself. When Floyd, I didn't count Conor McGregor as a boxing match. That was a damn exhibition. I ain't paying no attention to that with Floyd. No way on earth. Not at all. That's number one. Number two, here's where you have to give Floyd his respect. He's a pioneer from the standpoint of his willingness to buy himself out of the contract with Top Rank, free himself up, and not be a prisoner to the promoter. So albeit in a different kind of fashion that Jake is doing it to some degree, Floyd's a pioneer in that regard. And the kind of thing that Jake is taking to another level, Floyd initiated. Julia, that is the truth.
I understand he initiated, but do you think it tarnishes his name to now be taking these bullshit I can't even say it. No, you don't think it does at all?
No. Here's the reason why. He's retired, number one. Number two, he had already proved himself as a world champion, made a whole boatload of money. He got $700 million in 2 fights, for crying out loud. He did all of that stuff. Then he retired, and he's announced that essentially these are exhibitions. He's just having fun with it because he's getting old. He's 45 years old now, and he did what he came to do. That's entirely different than a 25-year-old on the come up, knocking people out.
While the lawsuit made headlines, 50 Cent wasted no time jumping into the drama. He dropped a meme of Floyd and Harlem rapper Jim Jones inside a fake Rocky parody, trolling Floyd for flexing fake wealth. And he reposted the real estate story with the caption basically calling Floyd out for lying. Let's be real, this feud has been going on for over a decade. From reading challenges to business jabs, 50 never misses an opportunity to drag Floyd. And now, he's pouring gasoline on the fire, making sure everybody questions Floyd's money moves.
What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
He changed his mind. As he was going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion. Signed the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa, Andre Durrell, IBF champion, Billy Dibb. I brought him over while Floyd was incarcerated. Then he comes home, let's get Floyd back in pocket. $300,000 chains, new Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, when you gonna give me the money? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. I didn't tell y'all to do that. And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
At the core of everything is this one question: where is Floyd's money really coming from? If his past fights made him hundreds of millions, and if he's the smartest investor in boxing, then why are his assets being seized? Why are people still waiting on checks? Why is his net worth allegedly over $1 billion? But the IRS had to intervene more than once.
Floyd, man, you got everything. You got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses. How much is that watch, man? I gotta ask, man.
Oh, that's 18 million.
18 million? That motherfucker do look like a chandelier, though. And how much was the goddamn necklace?
5 million. He said just 5 million.
Even his recent exhibitions with fighters like Deji, John Gotti III, and others seem less like passion projects and more like quick cash grabs to float a sinking ship. These fights don't make Mayweather richer. They just help him maintain the illusion.
It's crazy that Floyd Mayweather, since retiring, has gone from fighting Logan Paul, huge name, obviously is going to bring a lot of money, to then fighting Deji, didn't bring as much money or pay-per-view buys, to then fighting someone off from Geordie Shaw.
The problem is, Floyd's done this fight with one of the Paul brothers and thought, here we go, this is fantastic now, I'm getting all these views and stuff, people want to see me. It's like, he isn't a draw enough to sell out an entire arena if he's going to go against somebody that isn't a competition.
He was taking the piss that much, it was that much of a no competition, he was doing 360s in them.
And with everything happening right now, the illusion is finally cracking. Now, everyone sees right through all of Floyd's scams.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweverse. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Let's be real. Mayweather's boxing legacy is secure. He's 50-0. He's one of the best defensive fighters to ever live. That won't change. But his financial legacy? It's up in flames. Once praised as the guy who beat the system, who became his own boss, owned his own promotions, and never let the system eat off him, Floyd is now becoming the system he swore he outsmarted. Greedy, corrupt, and possibly broke. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.